Hi Sagittarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a tarot reading for your next 48 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates. But as well, thank you in advance for your likes, comments, and of course subscriptions to this channel if you haven't done so already. But also do keep in mind this is meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, starting around when you are guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post the video, okay? But we're going to keep it simple and pull from, interestingly enough, these small everyday tarot and see what we get for you. I just heard take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. Okay. What you know is what you know. Interesting. I do feel like there's a lot of progress taking place in the next 48 hours for you. However, that ends up working out for you. What do we have for Sag for the next 48 hours? Okay, so don't be surprised when you aren't stressed in the next 48 hours. There's a sense of weight being lifted off your shoulders, or just less to accomplish than one would expect. You wake up on the right side of the bed is what I'm getting, at least, if not all the mornings wrapped up in the next 48 hours, at least one of which, and it feels quite refreshing. But it feels like there's a lack of complete honesty in a situation for one reason or another. It feels like something could be withheld from you. Does that make sense? Somebody within a living situation, in a work situation, could be multiple, is being selective as to what they share with you. I do feel as if you're being pushed to, as I awkwardly drop these cards, to remember what you're meant to sail away from, what's temporary, okay? Or just has an endpoint, inevitably, all right? Or for some of you, it could be a situation that's not meant to end per se, but you're pushed to remember what the benefits of sailing away temporarily to keep your cool, or just to keep or bring back a level of perspective, okay, or a healthy perspective. Okay, they're saying a level of understanding of where you're going is where you're going, period. And I feel like you have a good sense of where that is at this point. If not, you're getting closer. But it just feels like certain people are making a situation more difficult than it needs to be. Or you just feel as if while one situation needs to end or just be more simple, I just sense that there is a level of celebration, or just expected celebration, between you and 3 others, okay? Or 2 others potentially. It just feels as if your eyes need to be more so peeled on the positives at this time, as I feel like there is a potential for you not to stress, but to just foresee, or just, it feels as if the negatives could outshine the positives. But I feel like for a lot of reasons, you're not stressed either way, okay? You have a lot of good on the horizon is now what I'm getting. I do sense that it's a very spiritually connected 2 days for you, okay? And even surrounding that. And I do sense that Spirit could be reminding you of a more stressful past that you've had. Or it could have been the past previous days, or just the past weeks. Getting a flashback or a reminder of when you were more stressed, more chaotic in energy potentially, or just more anxious. And there's just a reminder to keep things cool, to keep things mellow, even is what I'm getting, okay? Be the peace. But I do sense that there's a lack of understanding when it comes to something once again. The King of Swords in reverse. It's like you desire some clarification on something, but not getting it in the next 2 days, period. You also are going to find that somebody in your midst, if not multiple people, just are a bit of a know-it-all, but don't know much at all. Does that make sense? We've all encountered people like that. There's a sense that you just desire for people to check themselves and recognize that you know a lot, okay? Or just to at least realize that they don't know as much as they want to appear to, or make people think, all right? They're saying that might stress you out a little bit, but don't keep things in perspective once again. All right. To go with the Six of Swords, they want the Five of Swords to come out. Okay. A reminder of past stresses within a situation, even if things don't feel 100% stressful now, to remind you why something's coming to an end down the line at an appropriate destined time. Also, a reminder why you need to at times temporarily step away to keep your cool, to keep your sanity, to protect your inner peace. Okay. Don't partake in any battles, any arguments, or begin them in the next 48 hours. It's key for you, as I feel like things are starting to connect us and being drawn to the sort of rounded square that all the 4 cards are making as they're put together. All right. I'm hearing the 4 of you unite, even if you don't expect to. But with the 2 of Pentacles coming out with the Queen of Swords, I truly feel as if there's a bit of a balancing act you're going through in the next 48 hours, or you could be just weighing out options, deciding. It feels like you're a decision maker in a situation. Even if people do offer to help, or you reach out for their assistance or their opinion, okay? It could have to do with what you need to cut out or just add into a situation. But I also feel like somebody that you ask for their opinion could potentially be in a feisty mood. Don't take it personally. I feel like they're just frustrated with another situation, okay? One that needs to end for them. I do sense that you just are pushed to, in certain ways, think about healthy and unhealthy behavior in the next 48 hours, but endings, new beginnings that have come to be and will moving forward, period, okay? They're saying change is a must. With another queen coming out, the Queen of Pentacles, it's the next 48 hours where you're just, they're saying feeling motherly, but feeling protective over your money, convincing others to, or one person in particular potentially, to be protective over their money as well. I do sense that you're thinking about, they're saying fruits and veggies, okay, as I'm drawn to these grapes up here. But I also was getting the fruits of your labor, all right? Wanting to be updated more often, but then all the meanwhile, you have a lot going on, okay? Even if it doesn't feel like a lot 24/7. 6 of Pentacles, I truly feel like you're gaining a level of abundance in the next 48 hours, and it's making you happy, okay? You may feel as if you are pushed to gift a little bit to others, all right? To think about how to give back or how to benefit a family situation, or potentially employees for some. But I do sense that abundance is flowing in left and right in the next 48 hours, and that's helping you keep your eye on the prize, or to feel better about the money, the savings that you do have, or about accomplishing a goal. But that's part of why, or even a rocky financial past is part of why you're feeling quite protective, or the instinct to be that way, okay? I do sense that there is part of you that just wants to be alone, or you feel alone in the quest to accomplish something, okay? You may feel united with people in one situation and quite alone in another, all right? A reminder of your strong suits. Interesting. I feel like that wording wasn't right. Your strengths, okay? What kind of situations you vibe or thrive when being more so in your hermit energy, and when it calls for you to work well with others, okay? Even if the dynamic has changed over time. Very interesting reading, as I do feel like it's the next 48 hours where you're pushed to put in work, even if you're not in the mood for it. I just feel like Mercury retrograde could be playing into it if you're watching this close to when I am posting it. But I do sense that there's love in the air all the meanwhile, and you're pushed to prioritize self-care, self-love, and just do what you got to do, period, okay? I do sense that you're being put in a vulnerable situation in the next 48 hours, and it will leave you feeling uncomfortable. And I just don't feel like it needs to be that big of a deal, but I do sense that you're pushed to keep trucking along is what I'm getting, okay? Be the planner, the developer, the creator that you know you truly are. The decision maker is what I'm getting once again. And just recognize that you do need to just do what's right for you and your loved ones moving forward, regardless of the slight difficulties that do take place. And here you are to wrap up your reading, to recognize when you're feeling truly like oneself in the next 48 hours and how to get back to that if you feel like it's not too common, but to have patience with other energies, situations, the decision process, balancing things out once again, and just recognize that there's a lot of change on the horizon for you, and it's a beautiful thing, okay? I feel like there's a lot of peace and simplicity on the horizon for oneself as the abundance once again rolls in, okay? Things are aligning for you and your loved ones, and you need to recognize that there's so much to celebrate moving forward. They're saying plain and simple, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing next 48 hours, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Sag.